Oh my God, he followed me. Can't hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
We're already live on Twitter. Where are you?
What do you mean we're already live?
We're already live. I already hit live. It's being broadcast to three
I
people.
thought you were talking about it was on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. People are watching.
Okay, cool.
Cool. There's a chat so people can like ask you questions, etc.
Where's that?
Are you on do you have Twitter up on your desktop?
Oh, okay. I see it now.
All right. So if you click on the Twitter link, you can see us live on there. Hello. And you can see where people can ask us questions. What looks like you have some new facial hair.
Yeah, it looks like I haven't shaved. So you're gonna review your. Well, it's how many people. It didn't look like we had too many.
We have 5 people, 5 amazing people. Are you
Okay,
gonna
here we
share it
are.
in the tank?
Okay. Copy link. All right. Let's do it
All
there.
right. Are you gonna share it in the tank or no? The tank doesn't care.
I did. Well, who knows? Who knows where everyone is? Their work people.
I
Probably
think
scam
that
them.
it's not like that uh strange for people to still be at their computer right now.
So you have to tell me when you're ready. We can. You're supposed to be reviewing your trade here, right?
I guess
You're
we
you're
can
ama-
do
you're
whatever. I
amazing
did,
Netflix.
yeah.
You're really getting to know Netflix now, huh?
Right. Yeah, it's my new Apple apparently.
Yeah, I always had in my mind it's still like a $600 stock, so that I don't want to
Yeah.
like trade it. But then I forgot that it's only $200, so it's definitely more tradable again.
But the options contracts are very expensive. They're more expensive than Apple. Why is that?
Yeah, it's probably because it's range, and I'm wondering that what are they trading for? Because I remember them being kind of expensive.
They're like $500 a
Yeah.
piece ish. So, I got Tyson was just telling me that I had like increased my size, and it is true because the size of my Apple trades were like $600 or $700 positions, but now to get 3 Netflix contracts, it's like $1,500. So I guess that I actually, how does that work? The position size is just what you spend
And the
on the
amount of
trade.
premium. Yeah.
Yeah, an amount of premium just means what the option cost.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't know.
so
Sounds like it could be. I don't know how I feel about that.
That it's more expensive?
Well, you're doing 1,500 now, of risk.
Yeah.
Were you doing that much on Apple?
No, I just told you. I
Right.
was
No, I
doing.
understand that. Right. No, I know. But I mean, that's what I'm saying now. Well, when we're ready or when you're ready, you can go over because I know you wanted to do your trade review. So I was kind of I'm sure everyone was excited to hear about your awesome Netflix trade.
All right, so in the comments someone said, Andrew said, "Would you mind going over your trades from today, please? And what were you looking for entry? Thanks both." Well, I guess they want us both to go over. I'll go first because I think you're going to be kind of harsh with me now that you know how much money I'm spending.
All right, let's see. See, I got the chart pulled up. Can you share your screen that shows the chart?
Yeah, I can. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. Got my screen up. Does this look okay for showing, or do you not like the way things are sized? I know you get picky on that.
No, as long as the people can see, that's all right. That's fine. I'm trying to see because I'm trying to look on YouTube because I want to see.
Oh no. Feedback. Okay, so here we are. You see, I'm on the 1 minute. Woo!
Oh,
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let me get
oh
off that
Lord.
before.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise.
Where
Okay,
can you see the where people talk?
on YouTube itself. If you go to Twitter and click the link.
I did, but it didn't open in the app. It just opened in the. All right, whatever.
Hi,
All
Callum.
right.
Hi, George. Okay, please go over. Okay, Florida. I hope that mids is a weed reference. Let's pretend it is, just for my own personal
Uh-oh.
enjoyment. Okay. All right. I wonder. Well, you can see the trade and you can see me, and cool. All right. So, um, so I took the trade right here on the first 15 minutes, but I didn't use that candle. I'll have to pull up my exact orders so I can tell you what time I took it. I feel like it was about 9:40. So usually my first buy was at 9:39. So what I have sort of realized the last couple of days that I've been trading Netflix is that it opens kind of bullish and goes to a high, and if you can grab it, like it'll go up to this level of resistance rate, and if you can grab the puts right at that level, then you have a good risk to reward, shark.
There you go.
Right? So I was going to buy it and then I was going to sell it just if it could like break and hold over this level. Okay, so I bought it at 9:39. So let's go to the 1 just to really.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What? What? What?
Well, you went back on yesterday's price action. That's why.
Did I? Oh, out of.
It's just so many candles. It's this. Oh, here you
It's too much. It's too much.
go.
Okay. All right. So is this where? So I bought it right here because of our nice little whole wave green to orange right there, and it broke under the whole wave, so I knew that it was like okay to take the trade if it could stay under there, right, shark?
On the 1 minute,
Yeah.
not so much on the well. Yeah, I mean, the 1 minute's kind of a little too quick for it to be for that.
Okay, but I'm just showing what it looked like on the 1 minute. But see, so I took the trade
There
like
you go. The 5.
right here, right? And then it came down back under this orange, and then it was like just essentially red all the way down. So I took the trade and then I sold some here, and then I added some
Well,
back, which
this will be good for your for who's listening and learning with you. When you took the puts up at the top, I'm trying to see. Okay, so what strike did you pick? What was your what's you played the weeklies?
um yes, I did.
And what's that level you have there? Is that 217 like 60
Um I think so. So,
area?
because you told me to, I always buy this put unless it's a half number, unless it's not a full dollar, and then I'll go up one. But usually I always buy this one, whatever it is at the time. Is that wrong?
I can't see what strike that is. I mean, it should be obviously relative to what the price is of the stock at the time. So
Yeah,
it popped up to
wait,
216 and
wait.
then
But I always buy the at the money ones because that just simplifies
oh,
things,
okay. So yeah, you just
right?
bought it that
I
you're
just
right at the
bought the
money
at
then.
the money put.
Okay.
That's what I always do, unless it's 50 cent, like, right, unless it's not at a whole
Right.
dollar, and then
So
I'll
then you bought the
go.
216 puts for the two which one did you buy?
I bought 215 puts. All this
Oh,
entire
okay, yeah.
trade was a
That's right.
215.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the half strike like the 15 or the zeros are going to have the most volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Good to know. So, I wish I. Oh, maybe I can. Can I show you my filled orders?
Yeah, but you have to go into the settings and do all that. But you can set it up like that. Maybe next time you do a thing, you can set it up that way.
All right. Well, so I ended up buying 7 of these puts for this trade. So that's pretty big, right? That's a lot of money. But then I like kept scaling them out like I told you that I like to do.
So what? You sold some and then you added back?
Mhm. But you don't like when I do that, right?
I mean, it's as long as you have a decent trend. I mean, you did have a good trend there, but at that, I mean, in my opinion, at that point, you might as well just hold all the way through the whole move, and just keep that good average that you have. I mean, especially if
Because
you have seven, because then you can just scale out on the. I mean, you could do two, 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 one, 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 all the way to the bottom.
well, okay, well I didn't do that.
Yeah.
The way I did it
Well, I'm
was
not
I
saying it's wrong.
added.
This is your review. You did great. So this is
Okay.
your.
I just added and then sold and then added and then sold and then
So where at what
added
point?
and then
Maybe it's
sold.
lagging. So at what point you added when it bounced back up and retested? I can't see it.
Yes, I always sell when it breaks like under one of these levels. I'll scale some off. And then if it goes back up to the previous level but can't break and hold it, then I'll add back there.
Hmm.
And then I would like sell like here and then add back here and then sell down there.
Nice. Oh, that's a great job.
Are you
I
sure
don't know
that's
if you know.
okay?
I think that's pretty
But
good. I'm
now that
ask
you
what's
taught me how to draw the levels, like it seems like almost no risk because I've locked in the profit and then I'm just taking like a new trade once it
right.
confirms below the level.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. It can work, just as long as you're managing, your risk, like you said, and
Okay,
it's
let me
working for you.
ask you another question. I don't always, I'm not always great with a pattern, but it aren't these all bear flags, all of these? Like there's
Yeah,
two,
pretty
right?
much.
This one and this
Yep.
one. So, and I love a bear flag.
There you go.
So I was trying to like scale out and then add back at the like top or whatever of this flag. So I was all out of this trade by 10:20.
Nice.
Oh. Oh, okay. So like here, which was fine. So I could have
Yeah.
held it all the way down here, but what's going on, babe? Oh, cool. But so sometimes, um, if I sometimes when I see things like slowing down, like they're not breaking the levels with the same like force that I would really like them to, I will take some of the risk off or just like scale almost all the way out and then put a stop in. And I think that's what happened here is we like slowed down some. So I could have held it all the way down, but I also, as you know, have gotten super greedy on stuff before, so I didn't want to do that. Ooh, Quinn,
So
what
it's
do you
very
need?
nice. Maybe if anyone listening has any, specific other questions to Blaine about how she did that, maybe check and looks great.
All right. I went over the Netflix trade. Do you guys use stops or just market order if it hits an end invalidation level? I don't know what an invalidation level is. I guess a level that invalidates the trade.
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
So my stop. This is so loud, sweetie. Let's just turn it down a little bit. So basically, just my stop on this trade would have been like I took it, and then if it had broken and closed above that level, that would have been my stop, which isn't a specific percent.
What is that level? What's the price of the level you have there?
216.98. So we can call it
Okay.
217.
Okay. Um, and then what was his other part of the question? Oh, about the market stops, the market sell.
Yeah.
It really depends on the spread for me. If the spread's tight enough, you can, I just mark it in and out. But if it's, and that's why obviously I tend to try to stay away from the spreadier options. So I have that capability to be able to get out quickly, and have that liquidity there. Because yeah, that's the
So
worst thing. You can just take a trade where, and especially if you have any size, you can, on a bid, on a 30-cent bid, that can turn into, $100 or whatever, and you really want to avoid that. And then you might get stuck, with your order sitting on the ask and it doesn't get filled and then it reverses, 20, 30 cents, and then you're scrambling to move it on the ladder or do it from your phone or whatever. So that's why for me personally, I'm always looking for the most liquid, the options.
yeah, I don't
Has
really understand that.
has Netflix been getting more? It looks like more volume on Netflix though recently since it's been cheaper. I'm looking at the volume here, 8,000, 8,000. So it's looking more tradable now. So that's good to know.
So, but I don't. I really just pick what I want to trade based on the chart, right? I'm sort
Yeah.
of I'm sort of feeling like um oh no, I didn't want to do that. I'm sort of feeling like this I've kind of coming to the end with my ability to trade Netflix because we've got this. I don't know. It just sort of seems like we've steered step down and then it seems kind of like it's bottoming. What do you think about that?
Well, just, I mean, you just have to take it each day that it presents to you, whether or not it's going to be puts or calls that you trade that day. It's going to be based on what's going on. So, I mean, as a day trader, you're not going to try to swing trade it. So it's not really trying to predict what it's going to be doing, in a week from now. You just have to play what's in front of you at that time. But yeah, it does look pretty, you know, after that earnings, looks pretty beat down. Will it turn around? I'm not sure.
It sort of honestly is wild to me that for the last, it's just wild to me that it's held 200 for as long as it has.
Well, the 4 hour kind of looks like a bear flag. So who knows? But it's a high beta name. Well, I guess it's losing some of it, but I mean, it
What
reacts a
is
lot with the
high?
market.
What does a high beta main name mean?
It's like Apple, well, it's a or Facebook. It has like a lot of weight in the indices. So, that's why a lot of
Oh,
times Apple looks like what SPY looks like or QQQ. So,
is Netflix in both Spy and QQQ?
yeah, no, I think it's mostly QQQ, but it is a high beta name, so it moves pretty, you know, a lot with the market. So, um, all right. So that was the only trade you took today, huh? Just one and done.
One and done.
All right, I'll
Um,
do one of my
hold on,
trades
hold
real
on.
quick.
There's some more questions. Andre said, "What levels are you referring to throughout the trade that you referenced Shark teaching you?" Oh, well, Shark taught me how to draw these levels, so you can see like over here that I have these levels. Now, Shark went into a much more detailed way to draw the levels, which is great. And I think that you can go in and do like a very nuanced approach, which was what I would do with Apple. But my own personal Shark's Gonna Kill Me, I made it up myself, quick and dirty way of doing levels, if you need them real quick, is by using the 4 hour chart, and then I just use this level thing and I put a level on every wick in every like body, bottom, and top. And it hasn't really failed me so far. You see what I'm doing there? Like there. So these are not going to be as exact as you could get if you zoomed in and zoomed out and everything, but just for the purpose of like you're in a trade and you want to know what the next level down is or whatever, I do like that way. So again, if you didn't hear me, I go to the 4 hour chart and then I put a price level on every wick in every, what is this, Shark? The body bottom?
Yeah, that's the actual close. Well, that's the actual open. Excuse me. Or I'm sorry, that's the body itself is an open or close. The wicks are just where the price went.
All right, so to be clear, that's not the right way to do it. It's just a very fast way to do it.
But what you're doing it on the 20-day 4 hour?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, there'll at least be, I mean, you can't see that much from the way that screen looks. If you could do it
Mm-hmm.
maybe from a bigger, where you're in the full screen and do it from there, because then you'll get a little bit truer touches. But that is it's a kind of a quicker way. At least you're going to get stronger support and resistances on the longer time frame too. So it's not like, you know.
You you can see over here in this chart, like it does work, right? You've got this area and then it comes back here, 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 here. Like that's definitely a level that you can watch while you're trading it and then see it like bounce perfectly right there and then it tried to stay under here. So they are helpful to have if you do it that way. IMHO. All right, are there any more questions about my trade? I do not use the three. I get I don't know if I'm more a risk to reward trader now. I still, as I said on Twitter, struggle a little bit with exactly what risk to reward means. So I don't know exactly if I am. Answered the levels question. How do you get the whole average to show the orange level, Penny? Mine just shows green to red. That's not my information to share. That's Shark's information if he
No, because it's
understands.
coded that way.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's just the way it's just because it's like customized, and I don't know most of them. The one
I
on
think
toss doesn't have it.
I think the answer to that question is if you want my exact toll wave, you can reach out to Shark and do a one-on-one with him and he can help set it up. because he set mine up. That would be how I would answer it. And I get asked about it a lot. And to do kind of a sales pitch for Shark, the whole wave is like the most useful tool that I've ever used. And I used to be like a really big 9, 10 EMA trader. Really the 9 and the
Well,
20. But like, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on, let me share. You can look on the EMAs, and it's just like, well, whatever. It's not nearly as helpful because it's just too much stuff going on. Here, see? It's just like, all right, well, it held, and then it crossed, and then whatever. Not for me.
I would say
All right.
it's a little smoother.
Oh, here's
Um,
some question. Hold on. Andre, please, can you spell out the wave indicator that you're using on toss? I've been looking for the whole wave. Again, sharks can
ooh,
speak to
really?
that. Um,
No, it's not on toss. Like I said,
oh,
it's like,
oh,
yeah, there is a HMA that it's based on, but it's not gonna be the same. A lot of puts came in at the end of the day.
okay, so people want you to share a trade now.
All right,
Do you see how to
goodness.
share your screen at the bottom?
Yes. One, two, three. Okay. Google Chrome would like to. Oh, I gotta open the system preferences here because I had to download Chrome for this thing to work.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm gonna have to quit and reopen.
Oh no. So you have to leave the stream?
Yep.
Just me now. He'll be back. Don't worry.
All right.
All right.
Mine wasn't too complicated, but it did pay nicely. Um, we were doing some spy puts earlier today. I was already watching this this level. I had this mapped out from I'm not exactly sure when, but this 421, this 422, 21 area.
Yeah.
It came down here, um, kind of forming this bear flag, but it wouldn't break down. And as far as the risk to reward, so I knew that this area was important from earlier, and you can see a little reactions here. But I had this drawn, I think, from other prior days price action. And so I was really just waiting for a retest of here because I knew that this was an important area.
Uh huh.
I had that defined risk. If it broke over here and closed over, we played. Which puts did I get? I did the 415s right here when it came up to this level. I shorted some
Why did
here.
why did you pick those?
Well, I played actually because I've been doing smaller account trading recently, and in it I'm not really doing 0 days, so I'm playing Wednesdays. So the delta on those was still, I think, 38 at the time. So the delta was okay, and and I had enough time, of course, on the theta because they weren't 0 day. So yeah, they were close enough in the money that I thought that, it had the chance to potentially kind of get to that area.
Cool.
Um, Let me see, because I'm just on the 5 now, but let's see what it looks like. Okay. So yeah, if we're here also on the 10-minute, it was basically also shorting right into the 20 EMA
Uh-huh.
right here on this bear flag, and then I just scaled out, and I had this kind of little trend already drawn here from before, and I already had this line. So somewhere in this area, I was scaling out mostly in this cell, and then once price action, I think it broke back over this candle. I exited my last ones. And then,
Okay, can I ask a question?
yeah. hmm
So you sold some in that big red candle, and then
I
you
probably
sold.
sold some on this 11:30 candle, probably,
Uh-huh.
and then more in this final one.
So how much out were you? How much did you hold on to when it started going back in the green?
This one, when it started going this way against me,
Yeah.
I only had like one or two left at that point.
And how much, can you tell me how big your original position size was?
I think it was like 15 contracts or something like this.
Okay, great. That's a nice even number. So how, if you have
Hold
15,
on, I can look. But what now?
how much are you selling on your first scale if you have 15?
The first one, well, I could tell you. Well, actually, the first one I sold. Oh, here it is. 6.
6. Okay, so that's not 5. So it's more than a third. All right, so you
Mm-hmm.
sell 6, you have 9 left. And then when's your second scale and how many contracts?
And that first one it was 205 was the entry. The first one was, and then I got out some at 243 was where that was. The second one was not that, it was at 260 basically. And that was 3.
3. So now you're out 9 of your 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 6 left.
Yeah, and then we took another one off. We took another one off at 273, and that was another 2. And then I just sold one, and then that was out.
Cool. Are you ever looking at the options chart when you're doing this?
Yeah, yeah, I have it up side by side.
You know, it really wasn't that long ago that I didn't know there was an options chart. So that was.
No, it's very helpful, and you can draw support and resistances on it as well.
I
You can
like the
do trading.
options chart because it takes me back to my penny stock trading days. It's like,
Mm,
yay! Ah, I like it.
yeah, yeah,
Are you
but
are you jeweling?
that's what we gotta do.
What is
But
it, a
and then I can go
flavor?
over really quick. It's the other calls trade that we took, and then so yeah, then it broke up over here and came up over in this area, and then I noticed it come back down, retesting um the downtrend that it broke
Mm-hmm.
out of here.
Uh-huh.
So I got in to 4. What did I get?
Wait, I have a question. Can you
427 calls.
can you
What?
zoom out some on the down on the whole chart? I want to know if your downtrend was just those, like, initially those 2 points.
I just went from here.
Oh, I
Um,
see the wick there. I didn't see the wick on the
yeah,
first one.
from pre-market.
So when you're drawing a trend line, do you want the three?
Yeah, I was going for one,
One,
two, and
two,
then the third
three.
one was
Okay,
down here.
cool. So
Um,
it broke above it.
so yeah, it broke above, and then it came back here into this area. So it came back in to retest this downtrend line, and right here, what do you have as well? Um, where the hell is it? Oh, the 9 and the 20 right here.
Right, and they're crossing there,
Yeah,
right?
and they're crossing over, which I wasn't paying attention to, but yeah, so
Wait, where was your entry right off the trend line?
it was in this. We got in basically at 1 o'clock. So I was
So
also
the
thinking. So it
hair
was
off the retest of the trend line.
right,
Is that
right.
right?
Yeah, and then it tried to fake us out. It came down here, but this is where I talked to a lot of traders about, you got to make sure that you wait for a candle close, because we saw the buyers come in. And here, when you're getting into this area, that's when it's important to pay attention to the tape and look at what's going on the level two to try to figure out exactly what's, kind of going on behind the scenes. But this is where obviously you kind of get a little tense, but you have to either, set whatever you want to do, whether it's a 15-minute candle close, a 5 minute. Obviously, the longer is going to be better, but obviously, I understand it's hard during the options. But we waited, it reclaimed, um, and then once I think at this level, I saw this level that I knew that we tried to break out of a bunch of times, but we couldn't. Right here, it
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
to
yeah.
break out, it rejected. So I knew when they finally had made the push, you could see here that the sellers couldn't really break it again below it wicked below the EMAs again a couple of times, but it was still higher lows each time, that it wicked below, and they couldn't break it down. And I knew once we got over like these areas, like this general area, that we would see the squeeze. And I think I got most out like up in here, and then I think I got faked out with this. I don't think I got the total meat up here,
Can
but
I
this was
can
still
I
good.
have a question? So, I like have you ever seen A League of Their Own?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks
Yeah.
and Rosie
So,
McDonald.
yes. So the main sister Dottie in that is talking about her younger sister Kit, and she's like high fastballs. She can't hit them. She can't lay off them.
Yeah.
And then like in the very last scene, they throw the high fastball and Kit kills it, and they win the World Series. But anyway, you know, for me, I like to be a breakout trader, but I can't really do it. I'm not so great at it. But that does look like a trade that you could have taken when it finally broke above that resistance, right? But you
Right. Well, yeah,
obviously
that's
got
why.
more percentage, but you were in it for two, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, we were, yeah, probably. Yeah, something like that, I would
But
have to say.
why wouldn't you have taken the breakout trade?
Because, like, when it broke here,
Right, right. That's where I would have liked to have taken it.
well, I mean, I had this resistance here. You got look at the space. There's not, where's your upside? Then you have to, then this has to happen. But if you take this
Right.
trade, it's just, this is the better risk to reward to me because for me, if it violates these moving averages, that's my risk just under it. So that's like, you know, um, if this broke 62, so that's like a 30 or 40 cent risk or something for all this other potential upside where this upside isn't as large because you don't know if it's going to break through these either.
All
So
right.
it's just about you know, like we always say, you're buying at support where you have a really defined risk or whatever, or an EMA or a demand level.
Would have been so hard for me to take calls today after so many days of downtrending, but then like also if the market reversed, then you could have seen like a nice move up, which you did. Just would have been
Right,
tough
yeah,
for me.
that's what I was hoping. I mean, I was hoping for a bit of a stronger short squeeze today, but it was a little. I mean, we were down. I think what was it? We were almost down 1%. So did make quite a comeback to come positive on the day, 0.5%. So it's a pretty decent move. But I was really hoping for one of those nice short squeeze days where we get like 1.5% or something like that. But we'll see. We got a lot of big tech earnings coming up, so we'll see. What goes on, what the
Cool.
situation is.
We have one more question, which was for me about my sizing. So George said, Penny, I remember like 1 or 2 months ago, maybe you were sizing to $500. Was it gradual or did you jump to 1,500? I didn't jump to 1,500. It was pretty gradual. It was, I did like 500, then 600, then 700, then 800, then 1,500. So
We're gonna talk after the stream about this.
it was gradual, gradual, gradual. Bah! Yeah, I mean, according to you, Shark, I should still be in the 1,500, which probably is, I'm sure, is right.
We gotta bring it down, girl.
Well, so now I said on Twitter, so, it's fine. So now my account's at 14,000, which is a very nice increase from where I started this challenge. So on $14,000, what should I be spending on a trade?
Oh, for a total for that your total account is 14,000?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I mean, you really don't need to go more than 5%. I
What's five
mean,
percent of
it's
fourteen
like
thousand?
700.
So I'm double what I should do.
That would be better.
Okay. Okay. Well then,
We could crunch some numbers,
so if that's the
later.
case, if I'm supposed to be spending 700, then should I still have a daily goal? I know you don't love a daily goal, but I really need a walk away moment because what I could have easily done is made $1,000 today and then given away 2,000 and just wanted to shoot myself. That'll happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just about that, having that discipline. But you got other stuff going on, so that's good that
All
have to
right.
do that. But
I can tell after interviewing you so many times that I'm about 30 seconds away from you just being like, well, that was cool. Let's wrap it up here. I know you now.
well, no,
So
no, we went over our trades, whatever.
I have kept you almost an hour and I promised you 10 minutes. So thanks.
No, no problem. Glad to see the trade. I hope that and I hope people enjoyed seeing both of our trades today that we took. And we'll have to plan it better next time. And I didn't really get to retweet it because we were already halfway done by the time it was.
Well, this was a trial run. I wanted to see how we acted on camera.
All right. Well, so yeah, I gotta take my nap next time.
And then it'll be 9 o'clock. I
You know,
can't do a 9 o'clock trade review. I
I'm
gotta do it
old. I'm old
while
and
it's
moldy. I'm old and moldy.
fresh. All right. Well,
All right,
thank
guys. Well,
you.
thank you. I hope everybody learned something, and